There is a specific kind of loneliness that is not about the absence of people. It is about the presence of people who cannot quite reach you. Who mean well, who are trying, but who hear something slightly different from what you said, who understand something adjacent to what you meant, who respond to the version of you they have constructed rather than the one actually in the room. You can be surrounded by genuine care and still feel profoundly alone if none of that care is landing on the actual you. This experience is common enough to be nearly universal, and yet it is rarely discussed with the directness it deserves. Partly because it seems ungrateful, these people love you, what more do you want? Partly because it is so close to the experience of just being difficult, of being the kind of person who is hard to understand, and that implication is uncomfortable. But being misunderstood is not the same as being difficult. It is not even always a failure of the people around you. It is often the inevitable experience of people who have inner lives that are more complex, or more specific, than the language available to describe them. Who feel things that don't have easy names. Who see things differently in ways that are hard to explain without losing something essential in the translation. The Lubavitcher Rebbe spoke to this experience in a way that illuminates it from an unexpected angle. He taught that every soul is unique in an absolute sense, not just individual in the way that fingerprints are individual, but unique in its specific combination of inner capacity, perspective, and mission. And this uniqueness means that there is always a dimension of the soul that is not fully communicable, not fully legible to others, not fully translatable into the shared language of experience. He found this not tragic but significant. The uniqueness that makes you hard to fully understand is the same uniqueness that makes you irreplaceable. The specific inner landscape that no one else can fully map is exactly the terrain that only you can explore. The practical implication is not that you should stop seeking to be understood. Genuine mutual understanding is one of the most sustaining experiences available to human beings, and working toward it, finding the language, finding the right people, being willing to be vulnerable enough to try, is worth the effort. But the pursuit of being fully understood can become a trap. Because complete mutual understanding is, in the deepest sense, impossible. Even in the most intimate relationships, there is an inner room that cannot be fully communicated. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke described this as loving the distance between people as much as the nearness, the recognition that maintaining an irreducible otherness is actually the condition for genuine respect. The Rebbe's teaching points to something that resolves the pain of being misunderstood without denying it. The relationship with the divine, in his framework, is characterized by being known completely. The soul that cannot be fully grasped by any other human being is, in this understanding, fully grasped by its source. You are not unknown. You are known in a place where the full complexity of what you are is not lost in translation. Whether or not you share that framework, the practical question it points to is this: can you find peace with the part of you that will never be fully understood by another person? Can you stop needing complete understanding as the condition for feeling okay? The person who can tolerate being partially understood, who can be genuinely connected without requiring the connection to reach everywhere, is free to experience the connection that is actually available without suffering over the connection that isn't. You can be genuinely loved without being completely known. The two are not the same.